Welcome back to In the City after what's been a long international break. And of course, we're back here at Cardiff City Stadium in action on Saturday against Nottingham Forest, led by our new manager, Russel Slade. Let's take a look at what's coming up on today's show. Kimbo throws a dart. Fabio throws his views out there. Cardiff City basketball team throw balls. And Russel Slade throws his hat. Gaffer, albeit you've only been here a couple of weeks, but how are you settling into life in Cardiff?
Yeah, settling quite well really. I think the fact that there's been an international break has helped because at least with the players that have been here, I've had more time to talk to them, more time to work with them. I think that's really, really important. In terms of me settling in personally, yep, I've settled into a property fairly quickly and looking to explore a little bit myself and find out a little bit more about the area.
And how has Russell found the first couple of weeks of training? I
think what you need at this sort of stage, when there's any new challenge or a new venture or a new manager, as it is in my case, you're wanting a response from the whole group. And I feel as if we're getting that response. Have been very positive, you know, statistically in terms of the work that they're putting in and the effort they're putting in. It's been really, really good. Been pleased with that side of it. In terms of what we're trying to do on the training ground as a game plan, they really seem to be buying into that. So it's all very positive, it's all going well so far. We just need to build on that. It's small building bricks at this moment in time, but we just need to keep building and building every day.
Clearly there are a lot of positives that have stood out to the manager so far, but what does he think of the team that he's inherited?
Well, first of all, I think the group is too large. Even with 7 out on loan, we still have 31 players if everybody's fit, and clearly they are not going to be able to play week in and week out. And you know, they're professional athletes and they need to be playing football matches. So that's the first issue. We will attempt to deal with that, but that's easier said than done. That'll happen over a period of time. The group that are working now are starting to show some understanding and they're playing with a little bit more purpose and training with a little bit more purpose now. So the signs are good, the signs are really positive.
Looking ahead to Saturday now, facing your boyhood club and also a team who are yet to be unbeaten this season. Could it have been a tougher start for you?
No, not really. No, they're unbeaten, and they're unbeaten for a reason. They played 11 league games and still undefeated. Great credit to Stuart Pearce and his team. I'm sure there are a lot of clubs envious of their start to the season, but you know, it will be about how we handle ourselves on Saturday and about our game plan. We're at home, they're coming to our place, our stadium, and we intend to, you know, give them as tough a game as they possibly can. The important thing for me is when their players walk off the pitch, and every single Nottingham Forest player walks off the pitch, they're saying to themselves, that was the hardest game we've had so far this season.
What would it mean to you as a manager, as a new manager, to be the one to break their unbeaten streak?
Oh no, it would be fantastic, but it's actually not about me, it's about the performance of the players, and if they can get the result, then that'll be full credit to them.
And there'll be more from Russell later in the show, so keep watching. And since the boys have been back in action in training on the back of the international break, I sat down with our very own Brazilian Fabio to talk about life under the new gaffer and looking ahead to facing Nottingham Forest on Saturday.
It's been very hard, you know, and last week it's been very tough, and this week he prepared us to the game, and that's been good.
We've seen you lining up a few free kicks this season. Have you got a Roberto Carlos in your locker?
Oh, I'm training. I'm gonna train every day, and free kicks maybe I'm gonna take some.
It must have been an interesting conversation with Wits then.
Yes.
Him letting you have a go.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and he's gonna let me take more free kicks now.
A former colleague of yours at Man United has come in, Ravel. Tell us about him. What can he offer us as a player?
Oh, I think everyone knows Ravel now. He's a great footballer, you know. He's have some good skills. He's a good passing as well. He can put someone to score a goal, you know, and he's gonna plus for us in the next games.
Forest then, they are unbeaten. Is this going to be your toughest game so far?
Yeah, but I love that. To be fair, I love that. It's gonna be tough for us and gonna be tough for everyone, and everyone have to enjoy. You know, it's about football. You know, like these moments, and you get Forest now, and it's gonna be everyone there and confidence, and win this game to get confidence. You know, back in the goal.
Fabio and Ben came along to the stadium on Wednesday this week to take questions from the young pupils of Lansdowne and Evenlode Primary School as part of the Show Racism the Red Card workshop. The anti-racism campaign will be active over the next 2 weeks, and the team will collectively be showing their support at Saturday's game. A good result for Toronto's development side this week after they beat Nottingham Forest 5-1 on Monday. The Academy boys were in action on Tuesday against West Bromwich Albion in a friendly that ended 2-1 to the Baggies. It was back to Birmingham on Wednesday for the futsal scholars, who beat Leicester 9-2 in their league. And the men's futsal team played on Sunday, unfortunately though losing to Cardiff Met. The women's team came from behind on Sunday to beat Llandudno Town Ladies 2-1 in the Women's Welsh Premier League. And finally, a great result for Cardiff City basketball team, beating Cardiff Met 74-29 and now progressing on to the second round of the Cup. More than 600 children from 47 professional clubs were at Hackney Marshes on Saturday for the Premier League Kicks Cup final. Cardiff City took along 2 teams of 8, an under-18s girls side and an under-16s mixed side, chosen from the most regular attendance at our kick centres across South Wales. With Fabrice Mwamba present and showing his support, it was a great experience all in all for our Cardiff City representatives. And with Cardiff City's next 2 games being big ones and at home, check out Hospitality's latest offers. Guest tickets are available to season ticket holders and Premier Club members for just £20, whilst family tickets are available for £40, and that's for 2 adults and 2 children. For more information, call 08453 451 400. Miles off target as expected, but someone who was always on target was one of Nottingham's most famous characters, and that is Robin Hood, of course, who has lent himself perfectly to this week's theme. Who did Robin Hood steal from?
The rich.
Who did Robin Hood
Steal from?
From the riches. Rich people?
Yes, rich people. And who did he give to?
Poor people. Poor peoples.
Correct.
The poor.
Correct. Which of these men was not one of his merry men? Friar Tuck, Big Sid, or Little John?
Big Sid, come on.
Big Sid.
Correct. What was the name of his love interest?
It's gonna be.
Maid Marian.
Oh, Maid Marian.
What did Robin Hood win to be the best archer in England?
Silver arrow.
Beat me with the last one. I don't know. Special arrow?
Yeah, close.
Was
The
it?
silver arrow.
It's a silver arrow.
It is indeed a silver arrow, and on that note, we had to go at the next best thing to archery, since, funnily enough, there aren't too many bows and arrows lying around the training ground. Darts then, and Kimbo up first. Oh, you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Oh! Close, but not quite the bullseye. Ah, so bad, not bad. Fabio, not so good. And then up stepped a man who'd been leading the boys out on the field to show them how it's done here too. Scott Young.
Everyone play for money? You got it!
And shock, I guess practice makes perfect.
You got it! On camera!
Bullseye for Youngie. Now back over to the Gaffer, and togetherness both on and off the pitch is something Russ is hoping to see on Saturday.
I think it's down to us to get the fans on the edge of the seat. in terms of our response, our reaction, our work ethic, our desire, our togetherness on the pitch. And you've mentioned that word, Amy, togetherness. I think it's a really big word in a football club and for the team. And also we are still searching. We're still searching for the best balance in the team and partnerships in the team. There are a lot of players, and I don't think we've nailed that down as a football club yet, but we'll be hoping to do that obviously in the coming weeks, because it's very important, because that's clearly what a team like Forest have done. They've got a good balance in midfield or a good balance up front, and the same at the back, and probably that's why they've been successful.
Are there any partnerships that you've noticed from the get-go are clearly working out there on the field?
Yeah, it's starting to. It's all about repetition and understanding and getting used to playing with each other. If I'm going to move people about slightly, but I've had some really good responses. To give examples, I think the 10 days so far has been great for the likes of Craig Noon, who's coming back from fitness. He's looking stronger. He's working really hard. He seems to be understanding everything that we're trying to do. Joe Rouse as well, fantastic response from the young midfielder as well, so we're delighted with that.
And on the back of the international break, how are we looking injury-wise ahead of Saturday?
Encouragingly, Ben Turner's taking part in some of the training this week, so he's getting ever closer. Connolly, he's getting a little bit closer, but he's not trained with the full group at the minute. Ravel Morrison as well has had an injury problem. We would hope that he would train before the weekend, but he's looking more and more doubtful.
And finally, what would be your first message to the fans?
Look, I will want a group, whether it's Saturday or going forward, that will never ever give up, and to stay behind that group as long as they possibly can. But I also know, and we take responsibility for the fact that it is down to us to be playing and performing at the highest possible level for them to get behind us.